Max Wong, CEO of AIVON. AIVON stands for Artificial Intelligent Video Open Network. And we're using artificial intelligent computer vision to basically create metadata around video so that you can search it, find it, and discover it better. And I think something's wrong.
Sorry, crash here comes back. Your presentation was so powerful.
Yes, that it broke the computer.
One screen cannot hold this presentation.
I got it.
My Instagram account, I have a large following.
Yeah? Do you do video on it?
Sure, why not?
That's good.
You're going to have to contract my people that hire me as an influencer. Butterfly. All right. There you go.
Okay. So, yeah, we have a lot of video because we're video oriented. So really where we're going at is a lot of people are watching video online right now, and more videos are being shot, especially because smartphones can now shoot up to 4K video, and a lot of people are broadcasting themselves. And the problem is how do you find content in this whole sea of content? And 74% of all internet traffic today is video. So we actually are addressing a metadata problem and kind of use these two cute dogs to kind of show that off. So basically, different people look at these two dogs and see different things. And when they upload this video, if two different users upload this video, they might actually upload different metadata. And so today, how you find or don't find content is based on how those users upload the content. And the first user could say it's cats and kittens because cat videos are actually more popular than dog videos. And so what we're doing is we're using computer vision to tag and index videos with frame accuracy. And so like this George Clooney frame, we're basically picking up different things like the brand, audio, what he's saying, emotion, face, as well as transcribing the audio of it to find out more about the video. And so in real time, we're categorizing these videos and basically categorizing it to different types of genres and niches. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to search inside the video more accurately. So we can search for all these actors and go right to the scenes that they actually appear. We're also cataloging scenes and images and text. We can pick up also different things like laptops, objects. So, you know, laptops here, this is a geek show, so there's 36 instances of laptops, and so these are all the different instances of laptops in the video. So that means that you can also search, like, show me the scene where, let's say, Sheldon has a laptop in the same scene. So these are like Boolean searches. And so we're building that into an open source protocol where you can build a lot of different types of applications. Video search engine, content filtering, rights management, digital fingerprinting, content recommendation. So these are all things you can build using our blockchain protocol. And what we're actually putting on the blockchain is we're crowdsourcing our user base to get spare computing resources. So think of that as AI mining. And we're using human experts to actually verify and teach the data, teach the AI, because AI is not, needs humans to actually get it to accuracy. And then we're using consensus protocols to validate and verify those AI results and that human work, as well as using that token to incentivize them and protect against poor work and malicious users. So how it works is that we actually take video and we chunk it up. We distribute it across these compute nodes. It picks up all this metadata. We then hash it onto the blockchain. And our human experts will then go in and verify, validate, correct, and train the AI. And the machine learning will also learn from them. So if you're familiar with like CAPTCHA on Google where it's asking you which is a car, think of that as how we actually go and validate the AI. And the AI continuously learns. It says, oh, that's a car versus that's a truck, right? And that's how you learn. And all that is hashed onto onto the blockchain, where we then validate that, and anybody that's searching for it can also see the provenance of that metadata. Kind of like Wikipedia, where somebody's contributing and you can see the log to see what they're saying. And so this is a protocol that you can build decentralized video applications on. It's actually built on ERC20 and Plasma. And this is some of the examples: search engine, advertising, AR/VR, content exchange. And so the first thing we're going to build on this protocol is the first open video search engine. Today there actually isn't any video search engine. So if you think YouTube is a search engine, YouTube's actually a hosting platform. And what people do not load on it, you won't find, right? And what you actually find on YouTube is a lot of long tail, so a lot of user-generated content. What you rarely find on there is actually the short tail, the movies, the TV shows, because a Disney or a MGM doesn't want to load their premium content on YouTube, so you're not going to be able to find it on there, right? And so that's really one of the parts of the content market that we're addressing. But you can also create better content recommendation, and so we can do that by watching what people are watching, the specific frames that they're watching, and based on the data inside those frames, we can figure out what they're watching and recommend content to them. We're also using the audio, and so we're getting full transcriptions of the video, and we also are able to translate that to multiple languages so that content can get distributed globally. Another thing that we're doing is we're picking up different things like motion. So here's an example of a basketball game, and we're picking up all the slam dunks so that the computer can now generate an automatic clip of just all the slam dunks in the game, and they can do that pretty instantly, versus an editor going in and finding all those slam dunks and trying to cut that up and creating video. So that will change how we do post-production in video. And then content filtering and brand safety. So in this example, we're picking up guns. So guns, nudity, profanity, etc., which is a big deal if you're a public television station, right? So we're picking up things like all the guns in the sequence. Advertisers will pay double to triple if the ads are safe, and parents will pay to make sure that there's not a lot of violence and nudity. And how do we monetize? Well, we've created some really interesting advertising technology based on that metadata. So this is what we call digital product placement, and we can basically insert products because we know everything that's going on in the frame, and we can change it. Currently in online video advertising is about a $27 billion business, and it'll be about $47 billion in 2022. So we can put Starbucks in front of Tom Cruise. Second thing we can do is we can use faces, objects, and images to trigger. So like Messi could trigger an ad because we knew he appeared right at that moment. And then the last thing that we can do is video to commerce, because we know everything that's in that scene, including that white shirt. So you could click on that and you could actually buy that. And there we go. And we're basically leveraging our existing business. Our existing business, we're actually the largest video platform in Asia. We have about 500 million users, so we're in about 20 countries. So we can actually tap into this user base to kind of source this crowdsourcing of both computing resources and labor. And these people can earn those tokens and use it back in the ecosystem to buy content and to buy the e-commerce, so all that e-commerce that you could touch. So we have actually marketplaces in a lot of these video portals that we power around the world, and we power portals for media companies, telcos, device manufacturers, right? And so you can see kind of overview of some of the advertising that we can actually add in. And the map's not apparent, but that's kind of just a look at some of the portals that we power around the world. And like I said, we address about 500 million users. So inside the ecosystem, a lot of our users can earn those tokens, and then they can use those again to buy content, to buy e-commerce. Advertisers could also buy the tokens to buy advertising on the platform, so basically buy attention, and the users have options for how much or how little data they want to give, and they can get incentivized for offering more data. And like I said, it's backgrounded from our existing company, which is the largest video platform in Asia. My background is I was one of the founders of a company called Applied Semantics. We created AdSense. Those click on the video commerce is kind of our AdSense for video. And our investors include the founder of Facebook, Eduardo Saverin, and the founder of Match.com. And we have already an existing ecosystem of about 200 content owners, about 50 publishers, and we work with every major advertiser and agency currently out there. So we already have a plug-in business. And we're raising about, hard cap raise was about 18, with a soft cap of about 3. We've already reached our soft cap, so basically, and it's built on ERC20 and Plasma. And we're gonna be using about 30% for R&D, 25% for operations, and the rest around operations and administration. And like I said, we have a really strong team of, I've done 7 startups and 5 exits. In fact, Michael's done PR on all of those since '96. So I've known Michael probably longer than most people here. And my co-founder is Stanford Masters in Neural Networks. We have guys from Hollywood. Vincent who's our COO. He was actually the head of APAC for Dailymotion, the second largest video platform. And our investors and advisors include Michael, our previous investors, Eduardo and Peng. We have other guys like Jay, who's the vice chairman of Deloitte, John Baptiste, who actually runs VLC, which is the largest open source player. By the way, we actually run portals within VLC, so we're actually the portal provider, and they're getting ready to launch VLC TV. That by itself is 380 million installed apps. And we've already gotten a lot of different press coverage thanks to Michael and his team. And we've won pretty much most of the pitches. We hope to win this one so I can change that last one. Yeah, that's it. That's AIVON.
Fantastic. We got time for a question. You want to use the mic?
Okay.
Yeah. Questions? You're kidding. This is a good one. Ah, there you go.
Are there any copyright issues as you're moving these assets around, both in Asia but also in the US and Europe?
Yeah, so actually our existing business also has what we call iVideo Exchange, which is actually a content exchange and marketplace that we also run in between all these media companies that allow them to buy and sell and share and exchange content. And that also contains all the rights and rights management and avails management across all these different content owners.
So when I see the bottle of champagne drop into the frame there, is that something that has to have the content rights, or is somebody like going out to YouTube and dropping it in?
Yes, so yeah, you do have to have content rights, and so that's part of what we use the blockchain for, is that the content owners create a smart contract that basically share the rights management details, and then basically there's a contract on how they get paid, and they get obviously a share. And by the way, that actually goes to the content owners versus usually it goes to the platform owners. So that type of content owners really like it because it's an extra stream of income for them.
Yeah, yeah.
The smart contract, we're not using it as DRM, but you could use the protocol and create a DRM based on that. I mean, we use industry standard DRM just because that's the only way it's going to work everywhere. But yes, we have some form of rights management also built into the metadata. And so we envision in the future that there will also be a lot of smart contracting for the content. And the metadata is kind of like a fingerprint identifier. And so that is key to put that on the blockchain so that you can see the provenance of the content and the rights.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.